Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kickin' action figure review. Today's is a little different. We do review a lot of Schleich, and we have reviewed a lot of Schleich recently, but this is not like the other Schleich. See, we often review Schleich for the Alligator Creatures line, which is the quote-unquote boys fantasy line, even though Baal has a bunch of cool stuff too. Let me know if you want any reviews of that. And we also review their Extinct Creatures line, you know, with dinosaurs and more. But what about extant creatures? Extant animals are animals that are still around to this day, like the Schleich Alligator. Yes, we do not really review extant animal toys. I've reviewed like a female African elephant, which ended up in my store, so I don't have it for this one, sorry. And I ended up getting this guy. Someone gave him to me because they had him as part of the like Swamp Battle 2-pack or whatever. It comes with a gator and then like a bendable snake, but also a nest for the gator. And he gave me the gator and the gator's nest. I just wanted the snake. But yeah, I did check with a Schleich gator in a museum gift shop, and let me tell you, the gator in the 2-pack is exactly the same as the regular Schleich gator. So, we're just reviewing this one as the regular Schleich alligator, but I wanted to be, you know, fully disclosed and everything. It's from the 2-pack, but it's the same gator. So if you have the gator and you want the 2-pack, you're going to have two of the gator. Anyway, it's actually pretty cool. You can immediately tell by looking at it it's an alligator. Schleich, I think, did a pretty decent job with their alligator and crocodile figures. You can tell that they are different. I do not have the crocodile to show you. Once again, I don't really collect extant animals, so I can't show you too much. But I like the coloration they did for the eyes. This kind of gray, actually. It almost shines a little mercury-ish when it's in some harsh light. Like, you know, right now it's got this big old green wash all over this really like tan, light brown body. It really does look good. It's got black nails and stuff. Fully detailed and painted on the bottom of the feet, unlike some of the Schleich we've looked at recently. You see you got legal info on the tum-tum. Great big old belly scales and osteoderms. He looks a little scuffed up, but I don't know if he is or not. Just because of the way the wash is applied, he could be. Who knows? I'm so used to my Schleichs being scuffed up I can barely notice. He has one point of articulation. The mouth. It looks pretty good in there. You know, it's fully detailed and painted. You even have a little shading and stuff up top. Goes back into his gullet. It's a really good mouth. Got a good mouth on you, gator. Pretty cool, actually. Quite like that. But no additional articulation. So that's it. He's got a good sculpt. He has, if you're going to have one point of articulation on a gator, that's the point it should be. You know, right there. He stands very well, nice and flat. The jaw you kind of have to press closed or it will fall down a little. This guy is pretty fresh out of the package, and that's an issue already, so it's not like it's gotten loose over time. He didn't give me his old gator. He gave me the gator straight out of the 2-pack. I know because I watched him do it, and he threw in the nest for some reason. You know what? This is going to be a really short review, all things considered. Why don't I just show you the nest? If you get the 2-pack, you get this nest. It's unpainted, but it's like branches and stuff. It clamps, and the clamp holds pretty decently. And it comes with 3 tiny eggs. You'd think this big nest would come with more than 3 tiny eggs. Maybe it does, and I just wasn't given them. I don't know. This isn't a review of the 2-pack, but the eggs can sit at the very end. And it's supposed to defend its nest from the snake trying to eat the eggs. I'm sure it's a lot of fun for people of all ages and creeds. But I figure short review might as well show you. But yeah, now let's get into some size comparisons. Now, I don't collect extant animal figures, but, you know, I was kind of able to find something in my collection that'll work. But first, I want to show other Schleich figures. So first up, here's the 2025 Schleich Megalodon, who looks much bluer on camera than they actually are. And you know, great white sharks are still around, so you could call this great white shark if you just thought this was a cool megalodon, but you don't collect prehistoric stuff. But you do collect animals, you could just get it and say it's a really cool great white. I do think great whites are descended. But yeah, that's how he'll look. And you could also get this alligator and say it's a prehistoric crocodilomorph or something. Like that you could do that. Honestly. But yes, let's pull the Meg. You know. And show an Eldrador creature with the Eldrador 2025 Frost Mammoth. That's cool. That's Ace. Another pseudo-prehistoric-y thing. There is an Eldrador Crocodilian. It's the swamp monster, which I have reviewed, and it's retired, discontinued. They don't make it anymore. But they do still make Alligator and the Swamp 2-pack, I believe. Yoink. So, next up, how about a Jurassic franchise figure? I've been really enjoying this here. It's the Track and Chase 2-pack Velociraptor with the infamous, the legendary Buff Niji. We'll have him sit with Alligator. Actually, you know, I was doing this comparison mainly with the Raptor. Nidri's just more of a meme. The Nidri kind of scales excellently with the Gator. And you know what? This Dennis Nidri might also be about the size of the Schleich humans. I don't have any of the sets that come with humans from Schleich, but that's actually very interesting. Huh. 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 Anyway, let's toss the meme out and go into the one extant animal that I really have, at least that I could currently find easily, and that is this Gashapon Sleeping Crested Gecko. I got this guy at a Reptile Expo. I think it was a Repticon Atlanta forever ago. I actually didn't pay for it. It was a gift from who gave it to me? It was my partner. I went with multiple people. My partner gave me the gecko, but he gave a bunch of other people geckos. I think that's why I'm confused. My partner gave me this because I have a gecko that looks very similar to this one, a little cresty bestie. If you want to see my crested geckos and my other geckos and animals and stuff, definitely check out my Safari Sam series. It goes live every Friday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. Might switch to Saturdays at some point, but right now we're doing Fridays for our weeklies. Obviously, this scaling is absurd. The Cresty is far too large, or you could say that the Gator is far too small. But they aren't designed to scale well with each other. But if you just have like a bunch of reptile toys, I guess it would be cool. Admittedly, it is tempting. I kind of do want to keep this crocodile, but I'm not gonna. So, that being said, all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Schleich Toys Wildlife Alligator figure? I mean, it's very cool. If I collected extant animals, this would be in my collection for sure. I have it now because a friend gave it to me. He was like, look, I'm just gonna throw it somewhere. If you don't want it, take it. I was like, you sure I can't give you like a little money for it? I'm like, because I'll probably also not keep it. So do you want me to pay you for it? And he was like, what? No, don't pay me for it, especially if you're not going to keep it. He was like, I just don't need 2 gators. And I guess he didn't care about the nest accessory either. Just wanted the snake. Just wanted the snake. So this guy actually is going to go up for sale in my, probably my physical store is most likely where he's going to go. I don't really just have a need for him. I collect like prehistoric crocodilians, crocodilomorph kind of stuff. But extant stuff, really the only extant stuff I have is like this. This is a little gift from my partner for an animal that I actually do stuff with. Like, if it was a toy isopod, if it was an isopod or a mourning gecko, or like a darkling beetle, I'd probably keep that, and I would leave it by the enclosures of my actual ones, maybe. I actually don't splay this gecko next to mine because I don't want it to get territorial or anything. But I don't have a gator, and thank God for that. But it is a very cool toy. I think kids will really enjoy it. I think adult collectors will really enjoy it. If you have a friend that's into reptiles, I think it would be a good gift for them. It's very, very cool. And I kind of wish I could keep it, but I can't keep every toy that comes my way, you know? So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. We're going to have a lot more Schleich reviews, mostly Eldrador and prehistoric stuff on this channel. I can do more extant and Bayala and stuff if you'd like to see that. But apart from just a couple little Bayalas, I don't really have any that I want to do. The peacock's cool. So that's it. Thank you all once again. Check out the links for my store as well down below to see if you can get it yourself, especially if you live here in Georgia and can visit my physical location. I also have an eBay. But that's it. Thank you all once again. See you all next time. Bye for now. Buff Needry.